Hello students, I welcome you all to the online classes conducted by KVS RO Jabalpur. This is an English class and I am Radhika Thakur, PGT English from Kendra Vidyalaya, Seedhi. Students, today I would discuss with you how to solve a reading comprehension passage. So you get two passages. We will be discussing comprehension passage 1. Question number in question paper and type of questions. So this passage can be factual, descriptive or literary of 800 to 900 words. The passage has 5 multiple choice questions and 7 objective type questions, and the total marks of this passage is 12. Now students, I would like to discuss with you some steps to solve reading comprehension. So when you see a passage, you have to read it. You get reading time for that. So skim once as rapidly as possible to determine the main idea before you look at the questions. In the skimming process, if you do not know the meaning of the words, please do not worry at this stage. Underline the words that you do not understand to facilitate a complete understanding of the passage. This will enable you to solve the vocabulary questions quicker. Look through the questions carefully. You are advised to keep the order in which the questions appear in the test paper. Read extensively the portion relevant to the answers. So while reading the questions, you should read them thoroughly, and while answering them, you should write the answers in the same order as is asked in the question paper. Concentrate on vocabulary items and puzzle out the meanings of any words you do not know from the context. So if you get some question based on vocabulary and you are unable to solve it, you should try to figure the meaning out of that question by reading the sentence before and after it, so that you are able to get the meaning from the context. Now we come to the passage. Read the passage carefully and answer the questions that follow. The basic task of a manager is to control workers and get the maximum work out of them. There are two main ways of making workers produce more. One is to extend the working hours. The other is to increase the amount that is produced within a given time period. Machinery helps to increase production, but it also creates the danger that eventually machines will replace workers. Both Marx and Mahatma Gandhi saw mechanization as a danger to employment. Now, by reading the first paragraph, we get the feel of a manager who is in control of workers and is trying to get the maximum work out of them. So we can understand that it is related to some production factory or some industry. So there are two main ways the passage tells us to produce more, that is to increase the production. One is to extend the working hours. If you increase the working hours of the workers, the production increases. And the other is to increase the amount that is produced within a given time period. Suppose they are supposed to work from 9 to 5. The time remains the same, but the production is increased. How can this be done? Machinery helps to increase production, but it also creates the danger of unemployment. Marx and Mahatma Gandhi, both of them saw mechanization as a danger to employment. Both were of the view that use of machines in production are a danger to employment. They can increase unemployment. Another way of increasing output is by organizing work. So in this paragraph, we are told about an American called Frederick Winslow Taylor, who invented a new system in the 1890s, which he called scientific management. It is also known as Taylorism or industrial engineering. Under his system, all work was broken down into its smallest repetitive elements and divided between workers. Workers were timed with the help of stopwatches and had to fulfill a certain target every day. So in this paragraph, we are told about an American who invented a new system which he called as scientific management, and it was also known as industrial engineering and Taylorism. And under this, the workers were given stopwatches and had to function with a certain target every day in order to produce, in order to increase the output. Production was further speeded up by the introduction of the assembly line. Each worker sat along a conveyor belt and assembled only one part of the final product. The speed of work could be set by adjusting the speed of the conveyor belt. During the 1980s, there was an attempt to shift away from the system of direct control to indirect control, where workers are supposed to motivate and monitor themselves. But often we find that the old Taylorist processes survive. In this paragraph, the idea is carried further, and we are told that production was further speeded up and the workers were told to sit along a conveyor belt and they were told to assemble only one part. Suppose they are doing the same work again and again, and the speed of the work depended on the speed of the conveyor belt. And we still feel that old Taylorist processes, they still survive. Workers in the textile mills, which are one of the oldest industries in India, often describe themselves as extensions of the machine. Ram Charan, a weaver who had worked in the Kanpur cotton mills since the 1940s, said, "You need energy. The eyes move, the neck, the legs, and the hands. Each part moves. Weaving is done under a continuous gaze. One cannot go anywhere. The focus must be on the machine. Where 4 machines run, all 4 move together. They must not stop." So now in the passage, we are told about workers who are working in a textile mill. And they describe themselves as extensions of the machine. One worker named Ram Charan has been described here, and he says that weaving is a continuous process. One has to gaze. Now, if you do not know the meaning of gaze, you can understand it by the word continuous. You cannot go anywhere. You have to work continuously in weaving, and the focus must be there on the machine. If there are 4 machines working, all of the 4 machines must move together and they must not stop. So we see the workers are moving with the pace of the machines. That is why They describe themselves as extensions of the machine. The next paragraph. The more mechanized an industry gets, the fewer people are employed, but they have to work at the pace of the machine. For instance, in Maruti Udyog Limited, 2 cars roll off the assembly line every minute. Workers get only 45 minutes rest in the entire day. 2 tea breaks of 7.5 minutes each and lunch break of half an hour. Most of them are exhausted by the age of 40 and take voluntary retirement. So over here we are told that the more mechanized an industry gets, the work is done by machines, and since the work is done by machines, few people are employed. And the people who are employed, they also have to work with the speed of the machine. We are also given an example of Maruti Udyog Limited, where 2 cars roll off the assembly line in 1 minute every minute. So the workers hardly get any rest. They have to work very hard the entire day, and most of them are tired. The word used for tired is exhausted by the age of 40, and they take voluntary retirement. They give their consent to retire voluntarily because of the exhaustion. While production has gone up, the number of permanent jobs in the factory has gone down. The firm has outsourced all services such as cleaning and security, as well as the manufacture of parts. The parts supplied are located around or near the factory and are sent every 2 hours or just in time. Outsourcing and just in time keeps cost low for the company. But the workers are tense, very tense, because if the supplies fail to arrive, their production targets get delayed, and when they do arrive, the workers have to work faster to keep up. No wonder they are exhausted. Now we see, with the process of mechanization, the production has gone up and the jobs in the factory have come down. The firm has also outsourced its services to other agencies. Outsourcing has been done for cleaning and security as well as for manufacturing. And the parts are also supplied to the firm by factories which are located near or around, and they send the parts every 2 hours or just in time when the workers need. But if the supplies don't arrive, the production targets are delayed, and when they arrive, the workers have to do fast work in order to keep up. That is why they are exhausted. Now, let us look at the services sector. Software professionals are middle class and well educated. Their work is supposed to be self-motivated and creative. But it is also subject to tailorist labor processes. 10 to 12 hours in an average workday, and it is not common for employees to stay overnight in the office, known as night out, when forced with a project deadline. Long working hours are central to the industry's work culture. Now, in this paragraph, we are told about software professionals who are middle class people and are well educated. They are self-motivated to do the work, but they have to work for 10 to 12 hours in a day. And sometimes, when they are given a project and a deadline is there, they are also supposed to work in the night. That is known as night out. So, these long working hours, they have become central to the industry's work culture. As a result of these working hours, in places like Bangalore, Hyderabad and Gurgaon, where many IT firms or call centers are located, shops and restaurants have also changed their working hours and are open late. If both husband and wife work, then children have to be put in the creches. The joint family, which was supposed to have disappeared with industrialization, seems to have re-emerged as grandparents are roped in to help with children. Now we are told about three places: Bangalore, Hyderabad and Gurgaon. These are the places which are famous for IT firms or call centers. Because these are open for long hours, shops and restaurants have also changed their working hours. They too are open till late. And if both husband and wife work, the children are put in creches. It was supposed that joint family disappeared, but now it has again re-emerged. As grandparents, they also help their children by taking care of the children when the husband and wife are out to work. One important debate going on is whether industrialization and the shift to services and knowledge-based work like IT leads to greater skills in society. We often hear the phrase knowledge economy to describe the growth of IT in India. But how do you compare the skills of a farmer who has the skills to grow many hundreds of crops, relying on his or her understanding of the weather, the soil and the seeds, with the knowledge of a software professional? Both are skilled, but in different ways. The famous sociologist Harry Braveman argues that the use of machinery actually de-skills workers. For instance, whereas earlier architects and engineers had to be skilled draftsmen, now the computer does a lot of work for them. Now in this paragraph of the passage, we are told that the IT sector is knowledge based and is known as knowledge economy. Then the IT sector, the skills of people in IT and the skills of a farmer who has the skills of growing hundreds of crops is discussed. The skills of a farmer depends on the understanding of weather, soil, seeds. These are all external factors. So the paragraph tells us that both the professionals are skilled but in different ways. Harry Braveman says that machinery has de-skilled the workers. Previously, architects and engineers had to do everything on their own, but now with the advent of computers, lot of work of architects and engineers can also be done on computers with the help of various softwares. Now students, on the basis of reading of the passage, answer the following questions by choosing the most appropriate option. Machinery creates the danger that A. It will extend the working hours of workers. It will cause loss due to high cost. Ultimately, machines will replace workers and cause unemployment. Faults in the machine may reduce production. So, we see as per the passage, ultimately machines will replace workers and in turn cause unemployment. So, C is the most appropriate answer. On the assembly line, each worker was given a boring job, speeded up the work, was timed with a stopwatch, assembled only one part of the final product. So, on the assembly line, the workers were given stopwatches and they were told to work with a deadline. So, they assembled only one part of the final product. So, the answer is assembled only one part of the final product. Workers in the textile mills describe themselves as being subjected to mental tension, extensions of the machine, toys in the hands of the management, always moving with the machine. So, as per the passage, the workers called themselves as extensions of the machines because they were supposed to continuously look at the machine and weave, and they could not look elsewhere. So, the right option is B. Now we have some objective questions. Answer the following questions as briefly as possible. What are the alternative names given to the new system invented by F.W. Taylor to increase output? The alternative names given to the new system invented by F.W. Taylor to increase output are scientific management, industrial engineering, and Taylorism. We should begin the answer from the question itself and we should write a complete answer. Second question, how was the speed of work set on an assembly line? The speed of work on an assembly line was set by adjusting the speed of the conveyor belt. What work was Ramcharan performing at in the textile mill? Ramcharan performed the work of weaving cotton in a textile mill. Now we have some vocabulary based questions. Find words in the given passage which convey the meaning similar to recurring. So you can understand by the word recurring, means again and again. So repetitive, the word is there in paragraph 2. Stocks of outsourced parts, the word is supplies. Now, few questions for your home assignment. Answer the following questions as briefly as possible. When an industry gets more mechanized, what happens to the employment in it? What is the average number of hours that a software professional works in a day? What skills does a farmer possess? Some questions based on vocabulary. Find words in the passage which convey the meaning similar to. Time limit, the hint is provided, para 7. Skilled worker, para 9. So students, I hope you have understood this passage. Thank you.